Welcome to A Brief History of Conspiracy. Yeah, please, if you're new to our channel, please like and subscribe. It really does help us out. It's not going to be like Hollywood movies where we go, we must save that one person. It's going to be more like, how do we save the species? Or, more importantly, how do we protect our way of life? You know, and...
Yeah, the elites protecting their way of life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got the guide stones in, I forgot where it is. Georgia guide stones. And talking about how we need to get down, the population needs to be around 500 million for us to progress and move forward. The interesting thing, I've said to you about this before, the interesting thing I thought about that was how difficult it was to find out who built those, and nobody knows still now. Some researchers went in and they tried to figure it out, and they couldn't. The legal cloak over that site, they cannot find who owns the land, they cannot find who purchased these rocks, who had them built, or who had them positioned. They can't find the money trail. That alone is a horrendously expensive thing to do. You know, to actually, I think that probably would have cost more. The legal umbrella placed over that probably cost more than the guide stones themselves.
Yeah, more than likely, yeah.
You know? They found the lawyer that was involved, and that's as far as I got. You know, it's so again, that scares me. Not the fact that someone did it, but the fact that someone did it and was so determined to make sure they protected it. That was a very large, wealthy group. And the fact that they put it in stone. Stonemasons? Move on to that.
Well, Randall Carlson goes on, doesn't he, about the stonemasons, about the carpet in one of the Masonic lodges that he visited, depicting the cyclical, catastrophic events that occur on the Earth, and how that it was depicted on the carpet in the Masonic lodge, basically, that he visited.
It's like they're hoping for it to come around again or whatever.
No, seriously, he's talking about that in one of the podcasts with Joe Rogan, and fascinating that is even a thing that the Masonic lodge has even got. So it's somewhere in the higher levels of Freemasonry, they are aware of the cyclical, catastrophic events that occur in the Earth.
It almost sounds like they worship it, though, in some way.
Yeah, they're aware of it. It's not. No, I don't think they're necessarily worshipping it, but it's almost like they're like, we're privy to this information. You come into our lodge and you see things that you didn't know.
And that's why you've got to go through tiers, haven't you, to get more knowledge and different thing. And that's quite happening. That's quite common in a lot of cults and things as well. You have tier 1, tier 2, and it's only when you get up to the top levels you actually find out the real stuff they believe.
Well, you don't even know how many levels they are. I think they talk, don't they, about being a 33rd degree Freemason, which means you're 33 levels above the basic entry level.
Yeah.
And that's...
Pretty scary.
And that might not even be the top. That's just part way up there, and that's 33 levels above the bottom. So, you know, the Masonic Lodge we've got in our little town here probably hasn't got anybody privy to any knowledge.
Every time I drive past that, I feel like knocking on the door.
Yeah, we
have a Masonic Lodge on the high street, or just off the high street, and it's actually called the Masonic Lodge, isn't it? And I do fancy going in there. I know a couple of people that are Masons, and I still want to be a Mason. I've been accused of being a Mason on this channel again.
Have you?
I've had comments going, you Mason scumbag, and I'm like, I'm really not.
Really
yeah,
not?
You are. You're the
I'll tell you what.
false information.
That could be an episode, couldn't it? We'll infiltrate the local masonry lodge on a meeting night.
It'll be a video of us getting our asses thrown out.
Yeah, it'll be quite funny. We'll try and make it like the Alex Jones infiltration of Bohemian Grove.
Hey, let's do it. Again, it's a long con, but let's do it. The really terrifying thing about this is, and again, the main reason why I'm currently drinking beer for this episode, is the 12,000 years is up.
Yeah.
They think if this carries on, it's going to happen in the next 50 years or so.
Yeah, they reckon the next few decades, but I think we might see the same event that reared its head around the Younger Dryas.
Yeah, I've seen around 2050 was one of the 2046, I think, was the date. It's not going to be that specific, but
which I may be in two minds about. I'm going to be honest. I'll probably be quite glad at the point when it happens, going, "Yeah, I was right." As I'm dying, well, I'm dead.
It's like that bloke riding a nuclear weapon down. And woohoo! I'm going to love the ride. But
Not so happy about the landing.
Yeah. But the thing is, I think this is one of those conspiracies that scares me because I can connect the dots. And you talk about why would governments lie to us about it?
Yes, they would.
Most definitely. Because it's also they need us as sheep to build their nice big underground cities for them. They need the world to continue until it stops. And they know that if we knew it was going to stop, everything would stop.
Everything would... Yeah, the
Who's
whole...
going to go to work tomorrow?
Yeah, if you knew the end of the world's imminent, who's going to keep propping up the world economy by... the debt-driven economy by turning up for your jobs?
Yeah.
No one. In which case, the whole economic structure collapses, and then government can't accomplish anything anymore, and therefore they can't build the bases, they can't protect the species, they can't do anything. So if you actually think about it, you and also to I know it's probably a little bit harsh, but why would you let the sort of the less intelligent people know about an incoming like doom event when they're breeding uncontrollably and creating lots more lower IQ people, whereas the higher IQ people are, let's say...
I don't think the wealthy are generally more intelligent.
No. Okay, well, not necessarily the wealthy are more intelligent. It's not true.
They think they are, probably.
But they think they are. I'm not saying that necessarily the wealthy are more intelligent. A lot of them have just got positions of privilege, unearned privilege that they've had from previous generations of their family that perhaps were very intelligent people that managed to build an empire or managed to... What I was trying to say was when their interest is in culling the world population, why would you tell most of the peasants that their end is coming?
I suppose the thing is as well, they need this to happen quite quietly, don't they? For their plan to work, they need to be able to get to their bunkers quite quietly.
Yep.
They need the bunkers to be kind of secret because when this happens, there's going to be a rush.
Yes.
And we're all going to try to save ourselves. We just are.
Yeah, of course you are.
And so
nature.
they need...
But it's not human nature, it's everything. It's natural instinct for
natural
survival.
instinct, yeah. So they would need this to be quite quiet and for nobody's known to come in and to then quietly go underground and just wait it out. We can't save everybody. And to be honest, we know that from nationalism. We're the 6th wealthiest country in the world. And you still hear people complain that we send money to feed starving children in India and Africa and places like this. And I kind of think, we should look after ourselves first. We have, and we don't get me wrong, we have terrible problems in this country like everywhere. Homelessness and this sort of thing. But we still have an automatic response to, we've got to look after ourselves first. Then if we can help other people, great. But first of all, we look after ourselves. And this group would probably have the same sort of thinking. We've got to look after ourselves first. And then we'll see if we can do something else to help other people. So it doesn't quite explain why their survival bunkers again look like the Ritz, but we'll skim over that.
So there's similarities to the film 2012 that they're just building the arcs inside of in the ground rather than big metal objects that are going to float on the tidal waves.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
kind of thing.
Well, they know what's coming. But the way I see this is, if this is true, and I actually fear it could be, our civilization is the most vulnerable to this it's ever been. Our numbers are potentially the highest they've ever been. And we barely survived it last time. We barely survived this when we weren't reliant on our electronics, food. If you assume we were hunter-gatherers, which we don't think that we were, but if we assume we were hunter-gatherers 12,000 years ago, we were able to move with the food, we were able to think, and we barely survived it. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, it is kind of scary, but then you think about some of the other weird finds, like when you in those Russian mountains where they found machined nano components from that date back about three to 400. No,
you're gonna have to teach me about that. I don't know nothing about that.
It dates back to about 300,000 to 400,000 years ago, and they're basically machined components for like electronics.
So I think that's one of the things I'm realising, us doing this project, where we are, again, if you watch this again, we're trying to do mysteries and conspiracies through time. We're doing it in order. big subject. There's lots of things I didn't know anything about.
Did you know when I said we might have bitten off a bit more than we can chew here? This is
And
really...
I went, no, it'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, we'll do it in order. We'll do it in chronological order.
You went, are you sure about that?
It's difficult. We could pick a topic each week.
No, everyone does that. Everybody does that and just jumps from topic to topic. This is far more difficult and gives me a headache because I do most...
life consuming.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Trying to get people to watch it is life consuming.
That's also true.
Doing
yes.
this bit is thing. Doing all the stuff you've got to do to like advertise it and thing, that is in. If we ever want to do a YouTube channel, just don't. It's really hard and soul destroying. Every stupid message you get, just going. We've had some lovely messages. We're going to do an episode at the end of the series actually, where we're going to go through and talk about some of our. We've had some really nice messages. I actually got "We love you guys" on one message. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, it kind of makes it feel worthwhile, doesn't it? When you get that kind of. Yeah.
That was one.
There's only one. But yeah, one's enough. One's enough.
It starts with one. But yeah, it is difficult, but we enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
And I get to get drunk, so also
positive.
Always fun. So, 12,000 years, destruction, sun messing us up. What do you think? What are your? Let's do it in a percentage. That's fun. We've not done that before. What is your percentage that you think it might be true?
What might be true exactly? That 12,000 year cycle?
12,000 year cycle, the sun, novas...
Well, the 12,000, 13,000-ish year cycle of catastrophic events occurring is pretty much proven from the ice core sample, so I can say quite conclusively that is correct.
Oh God, we're all going to die.
Yeah, as to whether it's related to a sun cycle,
yeah,
or it's related to asteroid impacts where we keep going through the same region of space,
yeah.
Every 12,000 years or so, where we're going much closer to a cluster of asteroids and we pull stuff in.
It's the Anunnaki.
Well, there is Planet X, Nibiru, isn't there?
Anunnaki.
However,
Go back to our previous episode, I'll put the link up.
Yeah, but the thing that I've thought about about the Planet X, actually, when thinking about this in the 12,000 year cycle is that supposedly, according to the NASA IRAS infrared satellite that saw it in 1984, is on a 3,600 year highly elliptical orbit. Now, if we've only got if we've only got a 12,000 year catastrophic cycle, but this is supposedly coming into the inner solar system every 3,600 years, why are we not seeing 4 cycles every 12,000 years or so?
It doesn't quite work.
It doesn't quite work. The maths doesn't.
It's not every third time or every fourth time.
No, it's not. It's not cyclical. So I tend to moving away from there being a Planet X or a brown dwarf companion to our sun that we're unable to observe for some reason. I move. Obviously, 85% of the stars in our galaxy that we observe are binary. So I was keen on that theory, but the time cycle doesn't seem to link very well, does it? And
that's the other thing about this series that I really love is I keep changing my mind about things as you research things, that sort of thing. So
but
again,
you should, if you're
don't leave comments that we've changed our mind. This is the point. That's yes, open-minded. Open-minded is not believing every crackpot theory you hear and saying that it's not the mainstream. I just don't believe the mainstream, because open-minded is supposed to be that you take on board different ideas and change your mind.
And form your own opinion.
And we will regularly change our mind.
Yeah.
So.
And not apologise for it.
Damn right. And I'm sorry about that.
I think that's a great note to end on.
I'm English. I apologise about everything, man. Don't tell people we're not going to apologise.
Sorry.
People will walk into me in the street and I will say I'm sorry.
Yeah, we do that. British,
eh? Yeah. God love us. Right. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.